Hey you guys, it's Madeline, and I have never been so happy to be wrong about something. I keep saying the next banner will be Three Houses because it feels very strange to me that they've given us so few Three Houses characters in like the first 6 months of the game's lifespan, but in truth, my most wanted banners are always ones representing my two favorite Fire Emblem games, those being Path of Radiance and Genealogy of the Holy War, so I'm always quietly wishing for more characters from those games, and Shannan is one of my favorite Jugdral characters, so let's try and bring him home while I talk about my many conspiracy theories revolving around this banner. I think a big disappointment with this one is that they didn't throw a non-focus character into the 3-4 star pool automatically like they have been for the past few New Heroes banners. For a game like Genealogy, which still has quite a sea of characters not in Fae yet, it was definitely an odd choice not to give us maybe one of the less important first-gen characters or even one of the second-gen substitutes as like an automatic demote, but my big conspiracy theory is, of course, because I'm always theorizing about when we're getting Jugdral remakes, is that we're getting a Jugdral remake, and Intsys is intentionally not adding too much of the cast so that they can capitalize on how much the fandom's going to love these characters once they get to meet them. See Shadows of Valentia and how many banners they put out when that game came out. I want a Genealogy remake more than I want pretty much anything, so this is probably just my way of telling myself it's gonna happen soon, but you know, I can dream, right? What I really want is a dedicated Fire Emblem Direct. A part of me is used to the pre-awakening days when Femblem was knocking on death's door, and so I just constantly doubt that Intsys ever has enough going on at any point in time to fill an entire Direct, but if they were able to do it in 2017, I feel like they must have enough stuff brewing today, right? We do have Three Houses DLC rolling out until March, though, so I'll maybe wait until next year to start getting restless about this stuff. And then anything like a Jugdral remake announcement that they want to tell us about before then will just be a fun surprise, right? I hate to sound like a broken record, but if anything, I just need Lachesis to be gorgeous and well-loved in the remake so that she can get a Fae alt with better art. Master Knight Lachesis is what they should have given us from the start, but instead they focus solely on her being Eldigan's little sister, and because of that, I need justice for my girl. I have to say I'm a little surprised they didn't give us Shannan and Oythe on the same banner. I think it would have been a more balanced group if it was 2 child units and then 2 characters who grew into adulthood after the time skip, like Shannan and Oythe. And for that matter, I wish we had gotten someone other than Larse. I like her a lot, and I think it's fun to see the dynamic of Shannan having raised her in the Forging Bonds conversations. But I still don't have Ira, and it's going to feel so wrong if I end up getting her daughter before I get her, because Ira is another one of my favorite Genealogy characters. And I just think it would have been nice to get someone who doesn't look almost exactly like another unit, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Ira's popular, so it follows that her daughter would get in. I think kind of the consensus is that Altena will probably get demoted, and I would like Sed, so I'm gonna go on this one. Genealogy is just a tragic game, you guys. Oh, shoot! I was about to start talking about how fucked his life is. What are your stats? Oh, he's minus speed. No, that's not what you're meant to be, Sed. Man, I get reds in every circle until finally I get one that doesn't have any reds and I get a 5-star, because of course. Okay, but he was my most wanted after Shannan, so we're just gonna have to get both, you know? Okay, well, that's exciting, at least. As I was saying, I don't want to spoil anything because, as I have said many, many times, I am holding out for this Jugdral remake that's going to happen, and I don't want to spoil any big character beats or plot points for people that are going to experience it for the first time, hopefully soon. Because there's just so much tragic familial things going on in Genealogy, especially if we're operating under the canon of Lewin being Ced's father. Another thing is that they really need to add all the characters to Fae, or make the remakes, so that we get canon English names and pronunciations for all of the characters. They all have like 50 million different names. God, I hope I don't get Larce before I get Shannan. I'm sure there are Larce fans who are happy to see her and are going, I hope I don't get Shannan. So cheers to you guys. I don't ever want to take away from someone's happiness at a character being added or getting an alt by saying I wish it had been someone else, you know? Because there are people that do that in the fandom. Go figure. We're not an entirely happy fandom over here in the Femblemverse. Except for maybe in the case of our 3 different versions of Reinhardt before Sigurd has even gotten a single alt. But that's a special case. I can be bitter about that one, I feel. If I was going to replace Larce on this one, my most wanted Genealogy kid is probably Arthur. I really like just good older brothers in fiction for some reason, and Arthur is a very good brother. And then as far as first-gen characters go, there are some big ones that we really ought to already have, namely Aideen. She's pretty relevant, and it's surprising that we don't have her yet. But I personally really want Azel, Lex, and Hullen, and the rest of the less impressive early chapter crew like Noish and Alec are kind of take it or leave it for me. I'm sorry if either of those 2 are your favorites. Just replaying that game even now, it's... Oh no! No! Ira, I'm sorry I got your daughter before I got you. She's plus attack though, A. And minus res. Okay, well you'll love to see a plus attack unit. Okay, but Shannan's in this one, right? Come on. It's not even a 4-star. What was I even saying? Oh, about the not so great units you start out with in Genealogy. Even like today, or even especially today, with how easy Fire Emblem games are now, just the fact that Arden exists in Genealogy is hilarious to me, with all its giant maps and cav units that man just does not fit in with the rest of the crew. I wonder if, in the hypothetical remake, if they'll speed him up a little bit, or if he's just doomed to be 5 spaces behind everyone else in the army for the rest of his existence. Oh, here's a Genealogy unit, but not the one we wanted. I didn't even look at how many orbs I started with. I probably should have done that, huh? So, how many Marths have I gotten? I feel like that was the 3rd one. Too many. Marth has pity broken me twice, before they removed him from the 5-star pool, of course. I don't know why Kane's silhouette frightened me. He's been in it literally since the beginning. I wish Oife had been on this banner, man. I want to see his glow up outside of Cypher cards and the original game. I'm gonna say something that is not super relevant to the pre-English Jugdral remakes world we live in now, which is truly a tragic world to live in. But I promise you that as soon as we get said remake, the portion of the fandom that will be experiencing the story for the first time is going to cling to Oife and Shannan. I just know it's going to happen. They raised children together, and that alone is enough for the internet to call them dads. And honestly, I'm gonna lead that campaign. I'm here for it, entirely. Found family dynamics just make my heart really happy, and Shannan and Oife have a really good one, and I'm trusting Intsys to say gay rights in regards to these two now that it's not 1996 when the game was made. So, Let my prediction that everyone will collectively agree that Shannan and Oife are husbands once FE4 is remade live here so that I can feel gratified when I'm right. No, not another one! Oh. I didn't want you. I want Shannan. I want your cousin. She's also plus attack. I know there are people that were trying to get her that are angry at me now. I just want Shannan. Do you think they're ever gonna add Shannan to Faye? Like, if they do, what's he gonna look like in comparison to regular Shannan? It makes me think about how much I wish they'd give Carol an alt, where he's Binding Blade, Sword Saint Carol, no longer going apeshit, and instead just, you know, living a quiet life and atoning for his past life. I know there's literally no reason to ever give us a second Carol, but FE6 Carol is just so compelling to me. Carla is on my main team because she outclasses her brother, but I'd like an excuse to run a Carol. I have a regular Carol that pity broke me at one point, but I don't know, I just want a Carol alt. That's like one of my far out there, chimerical, never gonna happen alt wishes. Which, let's be real, is almost all of my alt wishes. Oh, I'm afraid I'm not gonna get him. Salif? No, I want your adoptive father, not you. Okay, what am I gonna stop at? I want to say I'm just not gonna go below 100. But if I haven't gotten a 5-star by then I'm gonna keep going until I get a 5-star. Because you know me. It's so nice to be pulling on red. Red is always so abundant, but I guess that comes with there being 2 of them on this banner. Oh, first fun in the Forging Bonds conversations. Her, Hana, and Soleil all hanging out with Larce, going hard in the paint. Man, please, Shannan, I want him so bad. I just like that Intsys said anime titties are so important that we have to put them on Shannan as well as almost all of our ladies. I love that I get to make this video because, oh, another Marth. Get out of here, Marth. This is the first Genealogy banner since I started this channel. And I just love that I get to talk about one of my favorite Emblem games because it's not always, you know, a hot topic. A remake is something we all want, but there's not a whole lot of active conversation going on about it. So it's fun to talk about. Okay. Gotta be a 5-star in here. And if there is, that's just it. I call it a day. No matter who it is. Oh, I don't want to leave without Shannan. Come on. One of you be Shannan, please. No more Larces. Oh, okay. Please. No! Not you, Drog. No! How could they do this to me? Okay. We're in the final... Oh my god! No! I feel like a theme of my videos is that I have really good luck by everybody else's standards, but I never get who I actually want. Ah! Oh, I don't know what that scream is gonna sound like in playback, but that was just my most real, visceral reaction. What are you? He's plus defense minus res, but I don't care! Look at him! Oh, he's so important to me. Ah, okay, I'm very, very happy. Intsys put his husband in so that they can be together. You guys, I am so pleased with how these summons went, and hopefully Altena does get demoted so that I can have everybody on this banner. In any case, let me know if you summoned on this banner, and if you did, how it went for you. And if you're a Jugdral fan, let me know which characters you'd like to see added to Fae the most, because there are still some really fun ones that we haven't seen added yet, and I'm interested to know everybody's favorites. We don't currently have a calendar for what's coming up in Fae. Today was the last day that the calendar extended to, so hopefully Intsys puts out a new calendar so that I can kind of plan around when I might have summoning videos for you guys, but right now I don't really know. But if you did enjoy this video and you want to stick around to see what I get up to with the uncertain future, you should go on and, absolutely ravage that subscribe button. I hope you guys have had a great week, and I'll see you soon, and until then, bye guys. Be well.